Hawaii's Kitchen is back at ChefZone. I'm with Hata chef Ernesto Limcaco, and thank you for having us out. We're going to get cooking today. What are we going to start with?
What we're going to do right now is we're going to be making a ham and asparagus gratin. And a gratin basically is a product with a cream sauce, and we're going to top it off with cheese.
All right, and we have asparagus. You wanted to teach us a tip about that too. Do we get started with that, or do we need to start the sauce?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I wanted you to do some asparagus for the finished product.
Okay, all right, let's get started.
Okay, so the first thing we do here is we get a regular peeler, some nice asparagus, and now we're just going to peel the membrane off the asparagus, like so. So this way, what you have here is a finished product and not wasting too much of the asparagus.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you're doing that very, very well.
I've never thought of using a peeler for that. What does this do for it when you're cooking it?
Well, what it does, it takes out this very, very tough membrane right here. And actually, it lowers your cost also, because a lot of times people would just cut the asparagus in half. And another thing is when you cook it, then you'll have a bright green tip and a very, very nice white bottom. Yeah.
I'm starting again. I kind of messed up mine there. Okay.
Well, you're doing very, very well.
You've done a lot of these, though.
Yeah.
So you have lots of experience. And this is using products that people can get here at ChefZone, correct?
Yes, yes. So now what we're going to be doing is we're going to turn on our stove.
Okay. And you said this is like a cream sauce. Is this like a French-inspired dish?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes. So a little butter.
All right. Okay.
Some
over
onions.
Medium heat or?
Yeah, medium heat is good.
Okay, butter and onions so far.
Butter and onions.
Salted butter, unsalted butter?
You could use either one.
Okay.
Yeah. Whatever you have in your cupboard. Yeah. So all you need to do is cook it.
All right. We're going to saute that down. Do you want the onions to get golden or to get melted?
No, you just basically want it to be a little bit translucent.
All right.
And with that, we're going to add a little bit of granulated garlic. A little bit of white pepper. And how does that smell?
Excellent, even through the mask.
Yeah. A little salt. And this is going to be very, very important, some ground nutmeg. With the milk, we're going to put a little bit of cornstarch in the milk.
To thicken it. Can you use a milk alternative if someone is...
Yeah, some almond milk would definitely be very, very nice. I know, like, nowadays there's a lot of lactose intolerant people.
All right, we are going to leave this here on the cooktop, and we will be back on Hawaii's Kitchen to finish up the dish. Chef is called again.
It's an asparagus and ham gratin.
All right, stick around. We have much more coming up on Living 808 after this.
Okay. You got the good gig.
Yes, and it smelled good, and I always say that too, even through the mask. So we're going to learn this simple dish. We'll finish it up in the next segment. And I like the tip with the asparagus. You might have learned something like that with Sam, or maybe you do that.
No, we actually haven't done a whole lot of asparagus. We did bacon wrapped, but yes, we have peeled it before. So pretty. I mean, I like his tip.
Exactly.
Chef Ernesto is awesome.
It's great. So we're going to have that and souffle coming up, which is one of my favorite things in the world. One of my favorite S words.
Can you hear it?
No.
Hawaii's Kitchen back at ChefZone. We are in the middle of the dish here with Chef Ernesto from Hata. All right, what's left to do?
So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to get this Prairie Creek sliced ham. We're going to get the asparagus like so. Going to wrap it up. like so.
Okay.
Then we're gonna put
The sauce. Lots
the
of good stuff in
sauce.
here.
Yeah, a little bit of sauce like so.
Okay.
And again, all of these products is available at the ChefZone. Like so. Then we're gonna top it off with some cheese.
What type of cheese is that? Cheddar?
Yeah, some mild cheddar. And who doesn't like cheese, right?
Exactly.
Just
And
like
if you
so.
don't, you can find substitutes. Choose.
So it's really simple, Tanya. And now we're gonna put it inside the oven
Okay, that's it. And how long do we need to cook it for?
for about maybe 5 minutes.
Okay, here we go. We'll stick it in there. Simple. Simple like that.
Yeah, it's gonna be very, very simple.
We are really cooking here. That looks wonderful, Chef. Just tell our viewers again what we did. What did we use for this?
What we have is a Prairie Creek ham and fresh asparagus gratin, topped off with a little bit of mild cheddar cheese.
Ooh, that looks delicious. We're gonna let that go here, and I'm super excited about dish number 2. He's gonna cook up a souffle for us.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, wanted to demystify how to make a souffle for the viewing audience.
Okay, what do we need to get started?
Okay, so the first thing we need to do is we have some melted butter. What we'll do here is we'll brush off the souffle ramekins, like so.
That's a good idea with the brush. I've always just
Yeah,
used a napkin.
definitely a pastry brush, but a napkin would definitely work well. And the good thing about this is you want to brush even the edges because you don't want the batter sticking to the sides of the bowl, yeah?
Not after the hard work of the souffle.
Yeah. So just like so.
Okay.
Then we're gonna get some sugar.
Just like that. Just plain
so.
good old refined sugar.
White sugar, granulated sugar, like so. So what we're making is actually we're making a sweet souffle. Now there's also a savory souffle.
Souffles can be intimidating, so I think everyone watching home will be curious to see how labor intensive this is.
Just like so.
Okay.
So the next thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna
So milk.
get the milk.
And what heat, approximately?
Low heat. And with this is we're gonna make the chocolate souffle with a Katy kitchen chocolate sauce.
Which you can find here. Great.
Do you like chocolate?
Are you kidding? I love chocolate. And I love souffles. It's one of my favorite desserts, so
Okay,
this
so-
is right up my alley. All right, you need a little muscle to get that going.
Yeah, a little bit of.
And chocolate chips too. Why to do that and the syrup?
Because this is a little bit on the sweet side,
Okay.
so with the chocolate chips, it gives it a little bit of bitterness.
All right. Let's give that a good stir and get this cooking up.
Like so. A little bit of cornstarch.
Cornstarch to thicken it up.
Give it a little body.
Okay. About how long does this need on the stovetop?
Just till the chocolate gets melted.
That smells delicious. We need to let this do its job, and we have the second half of the souffle, so we will get to that in the next segment. Don't go away. We have more to come on Living 808. Smells so good.
Thank you. So,
You know, and I always heard souffle was like the urban legend that you can't be too loud around it. It might deflate or anything like that, but we weren't loud around it, first of all, because I was so worried about it. He said, that's not true. We want to demystify. It's not as hard as people think.
I'd be really loud. I'd be like, feed me! All right, we got to take a quick break.
Living 808 back at ChefZone with Hawaii's Kitchen. We are working on a chocolate souffle, and I see we can't forget the eggs, right, Chef Ernesto?
So now you have some egg yolks, so make sure that you just turn off the flame. Add your yolks. Just like so.
Okay.
Then the next thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to whip up our egg whites.
Okay, that's just purely egg whites. How many egg whites?
This one is about 5 egg whites.
5 egg whites,
yeah.
okay. And you have a mixer, all right.
Yes.
Here we go. What's the goal? You want it to look fluffy?
Basically, the goal is to whip it at medium peaks. So, because if you over whip the egg whites, then you would have less inflation.
We don't want inflation. We have
Yeah.
enough of that in our own lives.
So, there you go. So,
Okay.
turn it on.
Okay. Oh, wait.
Okay.
All right.
So the next thing we're going to be doing is we're going to add just a little bit of sugar
Okay. Into the mixer.
into the mixer.
And you can do this by hand if you don't have a fancy mixer.
Yes,
It might take a little bit more work.
Yeah. Just like so.
Okay. There we go. All right.
So this is the consistency that you want, soft peaks. Okay. Then what we'll do here is we'll get the chocolate mixture.
Okay. You're going to bring it together.
We'll
Mélange.
fold it in, yeah.
Mix it. All right, so chocolate first. Is there a reason for that order? You don't want to mess up your souffle at this
Yeah,
stage.
because if you put
It's it hot.
the base into the souffle, then you're deflating.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. We want to inflate, not deflate, okay? And then we need to fold that in.
Fold it in.
All right. Give a little tilt toward the camera, see?
You gotta move that.
You want it to be a light tan color at the time?
Fluffy. And the good thing is you want to over flavor your base. That's why you need a lot of chocolate there.
Oh, no one's going to complain about too much chocolate flavor. At least not me. All right,
Just
and we have
like
our
so.
ramekins ready.
Yeah. The ramekins ready.
I feel like I need to be quiet. Is it a myth that you can deflate the souffle with too much noise?
No. Not at all.
Okay, and then we just got to give this, bake it on what temperature?
At 350,
350.
the universal temperature.
All right.
Then we're going to put it inside
Okay.
the oven.
All right, here we go. Our chocolate souffles just need to cook for about 5 minutes.
About 5 minutes.
Ooh. And then we will be ready to dig in. Oh my goodness, these look amazing. We have 4 of them. Too bad it's just me here. Although I could probably polish off all of these. Chef, they look amazing.
Thank you.
This is the Katy's Kitchen chocolate souffle in the little ramekins. And it really only took about 5 minutes.
Yeah, and it wasn't that
Oh, here we go. Okay.
complex. And
that.
then
Finishing touch, a little powdered sugar, and I will finish off this bad boy with some green onions. Okay, voila. Bon appetit. And can people find this recipe in ChefZone website?
yes, and actually it's also going to be in your website.
Yes, it will.
Yeah.
Okay,
So I hope that we had demystified souffle making to them.
you sure have. So I am going to take this and I'm going to go enjoy it. So thank you, Chef, for having us
welcome.
out, and we will post this on our website, khon2.com.